Welcome to our new trading signal service where we're using the OWP System E on Forex with a combination hybrid of NADEX signals and regular Forex signals. So the combination of both is fitting here. Why? Because we have 5-day trades. Okay, this is part of this system. Why 5 days? You may ask. What's so special about 5 days? Well, if you're familiar with swing trading, you certainly know that 5 is a prime swing number. The prime number of days on most swings, on most mature swings, are 5. Sometimes they're 3. That's the next number. And then you have other variations of those numbers. It's not really a variation. It's just other numbers in the Fibonacci sequence. Right? And so you see these factors in play, these underlying mathematical factors in play that create the fabric upon which price action moves. And so we have this method that focuses on the 5-day exit. And this is a particular type of optimization, one for profiting, yes, but it's also an optimization for knowing your exit before you enter, for having clarity, for reducing stress, because a lot of people stress out after they're in a trade. They have all sorts of second guessings of when to take their profits and when not to take their profits, because a lot of people have just a lot of funny thinking in their minds about not being perfect in their exit, right? If they don't sell their position at the tippy top, then they talk about it for endlessly for weeks and months and maybe even years. Oh, I could have sold here. I mean, really, overall, it's kind of a stupid mentality, right? We're trying to make money, and so if you're able to have a method of profit taking that can produce a optimized, consistent, excellent average of profit taking over time, then that's much better than trying to guess and use your quote-unquote intuition or your ability to look out in your crystal ball. Maybe it's looking out with your third eye or something like that out into the future. And a lot of people get into all these mystical ideas and vain thinking that they can look out into the future, particularly with active trading, and they waste tons of time. There is something to intuitive trading, but when you're actively trading, swing trading, micro swing trading, and day trading, that can be developed if you want to go into ninja level training, all right? But for most people, they're not even going to come close, right? And that takes a ton of work and discipline and focus and energy and time to learn, and that's still questionable. So what's better? Better is to develop or buy someone else's developed system or subscribe to a trading signal service such as this one that has an excellent system that will just put out the trades, and we all just simply do the trades, and we respect this system for what it is. This is a system. It's a system. There are lots of systems you can trade, but this is a system, and we look to run this system in its own corridor, in its own account, or its own segment of an account, and we look to just run the system and let the system do its thing. Let the system reduce our effort drastically. And then, of course, we on top of that, as a trading signal service provider, now even further reduce your workload and concentration load by providing you this service of the signal. We tell you where to get in, where to get out, according to the method we're using here, which is the OWP System E. Okay, we're calling it OWP for marketing purposes, because the original name was a little bit some platforms didn't like it. They thought maybe a little bit too tacky, but hey, tacky can be fun. So the goal here is to have these high precision type of trades and be able to put on a Forex position, trade the underlying Forex pair, and or use NADEX. Now with this, we are focusing on using the NADEX weekly spreads, the weekly spreads. They have weekly spreads on Forex. Now there is another weekly instrument in NADEX, which is called the knockouts. Those are great in the extent they have no premium, pretty much. And they're pretty much right off the bat 100 delta. And they can make you a lot of money, right? But that's only if you don't accidentally hit the other end of the bracket. Because if you do, then poof, your position's out, and that's your stop loss. And those bracket levels may not coordinate with the most optimal stop loss position. So then, therefore, touch brackets are better for micro swing trading. Okay, that's like trading 1 hour, 2 hour bars, or other bars like that, less than a day bar, and day trading. Okay, because you have 100% deltas, and you can trade that way while trading overall smaller ranges. You're watching it. You have more control in the micro swing or the day trading level, and you can better avoid getting unnecessarily knocked out. You can get in the middle of a bracket and trade from there. You don't have to enter at the edge with some bigger position because you're not going to, you're going to be able to trade in between the range of that bracket, get in and get out, and make money that way. But here we use the weekly spread. It's great. You just put it on and you just can let it go. You don't have you can let it go to expiration, okay? Because you're going to get paid whatever progress you make, okay? At expiration. It's not like a binary where if you don't make it in the money, then you're out of luck. But on the other hand, we have binaries in beta right now. We're debating about using binaries, but actually binaries will fit very well with the system. But we may have them on a regular basis by the time you sign up. But binaries, we can use a slightly out of the money binary here and get a little bit better than a 100 or a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. But again, the nice thing with binaries is all you need to do is simply make it 1 pip in the money, and then poof, you get 100% return there, right? But also, the other problem with binaries these days is a lot of the advertising platforms all of a sudden really hate binaries. And I mean, we're dealing with NADEX here. NADEX is a professional USA exchange. I don't know. These dumb platforms, they come up with all sorts of ideas. Anyways, so we have here the Forex approach, the NADEX spreads, and I'm going to be a little hush. I got to stop talking about the binaries, but we're currently now using it in beta. But this is an excellent approach for binaries. Okay, just by the nature of how we enter. So we have let's just go look instead of me just talking. Let's go look at some results here. So I'm gonna a little bit out of range. Hopefully you can see everything okay. I think we can click on this and get the big chart. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, well I clicked on it. So look at this. Look at this curve. Okay, this is a type of growth curve that you want for your accounts. This is the ideal type of curve. Why? Because it's going in a line that keeps going up. Okay, up. And let's just see the dates. Oh, here it is. May 2021 to December 2021. So let's see, May, 8 months of progress. I think we separated out okay. So we have May, this is 2001, and then we separated out 2022. Okay, so let's click on this chart. Now we have January. Oops, it says Jam. So this is a January 1st, 2022 to June 2022. Okay, so you can see the series, the numbers of trades. So we have 16 trades during that time. So it's not like it's not like a super prolific system like perpetual pops where you have a trade almost every day. You have these strategic type of precision. We're honing in for that pinpoint type of, strike for the higher precision trading. And you can see this. So this is almost 6 months worth here. And this is, I said 8 months, yeah. And so you can see the progression here of the trades in pips. Here we didn't multiply times 100. So you can multiply that times 100. And you can see here the accumulation. We have that over here. Okay, the growth, progression of trades. This is 8 months, and we get up to 3,200 pips there. Okay, it's not even the full year, it's 8 months. And then we continue on here. So if we started here in May, and then we ended here in June, so it's about a year. So you can add these two together. So 3,000. So we're over 7,000 pips, and for about a year's time, and that's really good. 3647 plus 3636. Oh yeah, there we go. 7,283 pips. And it is the GBP JPY, so that does move around a bit more. All right, so with GBP JPY, you have your pips, your dollars per pip, but with NADEX, you have a little bit of a better payout with your progression in pips, so that's an advantage. All right, particularly with the weekly spreads, dollar for dollar, type of movement here, and same with the NADEX knockouts. But like I mentioned, we're not. You can trade the knockouts if you want. You just may get knocked out accidentally, but the weekly spread's really good. Okay. Here's the weekly spread. You can see there, and let's look here. Let's get the daily up there. All right, that's a better perspective. So what did I click on? We want something that's gonna. Here's an out of the money one. Here's the zone here, and I think you can see this. Yeah. All right. So 10 contracts. You can see the reward to risk ratio here. It's pretty good. It's out of the money there. We can go over here to the big spread. All right, we're right in the middle there. Let's look, 65.09, 65.11. So we're, let's see, what's the difference there? 1-2 pips. So we're right there, pretty much at 100 deltas. Okay, 100%. So tick for tick. So that's fantastic, right? That's just basically like you're playing the Forex pair. And you can do that here on NADEX. And like I mentioned, there's knockouts, Forex. And you can see here the bracket is smaller. And you can make these quick hit profits. And you can also get, with a little bit of a coil back, you can get your position stopped out. It has its advantages, has its disadvantages. Okay, so there's a picture of the weekly spreads we're looking at. So anyways, I have to wrap this video up here. If you want to put this signal service to use, which I would suggest that you look into it and just, watch these signals develop out over time. And then as you gain confidence, you can, if you want to trade them, that's, it's up to you. And so come on over to besttradingsignals.net and you can see more information about this OWP FX System E service. All right, thanks.